in the webinar link and everybody will start coming in. So welcome to this session on website reviews. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope that you are getting some time to work on your business. And the whole idea of these website reviews is not only to help you see what you might do with your website right now for when we bounce back out of this recession, but also then how can you bring your marketing to a new level, and how can you create a scenario where you've got an online marketing system which is filling those leads, because the companies that have built lead generation during this time are those that are going to bounce out quickest out of this recession. So we've a lot of topics to cover tonight. We have loads and loads of people looking for their websites to be reviewed. So I'm going to stop yabbing on like an Irishman, like Damien McGillicuddy says. You have kissed that Blarney Stone, Ryle, way too many times. People find it hard to believe that I'm actually an introvert. But anyway, more about that again some other day maybe. But more importantly about you and your website and your online marketing activities, let's deep dive and get straight into this. So let me just share my screen. So hopefully we now have the slides. Okay, so thank you to Jamie Hayes for the wonderful photo shoot that he did for me. When did we do that, Jamie? We did it in, it's over a year now. It was I think it was February last year. So looking forward to the days again when I'm back over with you guys, and hopefully we can do another one. So why is your website so important? So we're going to discuss that as to why your website's important. We're also going to get into discussing some website reviews, and we have a whole lot of you who submitted them. Thank you for that. We're going to talk briefly about marketing funnels. We're going to review an actual marketing funnel. We're going to do more website reviews, and then we'll have a final Q&A. So please do keep the questions coming in. I'll keep them all to the end and then I'll answer them. Don't be confused by Wednesday. I know every day seems the same right now. It is actually Monday, but I normally do these on the second Wednesday of the month, but because we're where we are now, they've been proving very popular. So if there's a slot free in the think tank schedule, I've been slotting this in to do more of these. So let's move on. So why is your website really important? Well, the reason why your website's really, really important is it's often the first touch point your client has with your business. Because most people nowadays, and if you think of this about you yourself, when you are looking for a new business or you're searching on Google, it's often the first thing you see from any business is their website. The second thing is, on your website or your landing page, it has to build KLT. So what's KLT? KLT is the principle of people buy from people that they know, they buy from people that they like, and they buy from people that they trust. So when I'm doing your review of your website, I'm trying to see, are you connecting with me as a potential client? And do I know you better? Do I start to like you and trust you as a result of visiting the website, your website, or visiting the landing page in a funnel? So for me, they're both the same things, yeah? So because they're both designed to get the client to know, like, and trust you, and to bring you to the next step in your sales process, or more importantly, in your client's buying process. And then the final piece then is how to generate qualified sales leads. So we talk a little bit about that and how we can fill our funnel with leads that we can convert when we're open for business again. Okay. So the biggest issues I see when I do website reviews, and I do a lot of website reviews, not just in the photography industry, but for other small businesses as well. And quite often the first thing I see is that it's not mobile enabled. So I'm not going into the mobile reviews on this one, but I will post a link where you can check this out. But why is mobile important? Well, people live in this now. 70% of all interaction that Facebook is having with the Facebook platform is now via mobile, not desktop. The second reason is that even on Google search, I think it's over 60% of Google search is now on mobile, not on desktop. So most good graphic website designers, and I shouldn't even have the word graphic in there, most website designers who know their stuff will start with the principle of mobile first. So they actually design it for mobile, and then they expand it out then for the different desktops and things. And there's wonderful sites where you can put your URL in, and you can see it in both mobile and desktop, and I'll share that with you as well. Wearing my StoryBrand cap now as a StoryBrand certified guide, what I'm looking for then is I'm trying to see, is there a direct call to action? And what a direct call to action is, whatever the next step is in your sales process, or the next step you want your client to take in their buying process, is it clear? That's what a direct call to action is. The indirect call to action then is designed because not everyone who visits your website would be ready to buy from you right now. And you've seen these indirect call to actions all the time. They can be either used as a lead magnet on a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad or another ad, or they can be actually on your website. And it's simply something of value that you give to your client in return for their contact details. So you'd have seen this all the time. We'll talk about them in a little while. So if you're a wedding photographer, it might be the 7 perfect poses to look great on your wedding day. So a potential bride will see value in that, and she'll give her contact details and probably the date of her wedding in return for that free guide. Then the final piece then is the buying process clear from your website? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, we assume as the business owner that everyone that visits our site, that they know what the process is that they have to go through to avail of your services. And we as the owner of the business, you know, we're subconsciously competent with that. We know what it is. So that causes us sometimes to assume that our client does, but more often than not, they don't. So I'm trying to see, is there a clear plan for your client to go through that? The next piece I'm looking for then is, who's the hero? Is it the client or is it you? So what I'm trying to see is a lot of businesses make the mistake of we're the hero, you're the guide. So in StoryBrand, we teach you're the guide. You're guiding your client to transform from interacting with your service from A to B. So they're on a journey. So I'm trying to see, is your client the hero? And then I'm also looking at purpose, because what really connects with people is there a deeper purpose, and is that reflected in the website? So that's what I'm testing for. And there's a whole lot of other stuff that I'm looking at as well, but they're the key things I'm looking at. These are not in any particular order of importance, but when we go through your website, the website reviews, hopefully that will become more evident. Okay, so let's get on and do some website. Let's get straight into the work. And so I'm going to stop sharing this. There's a question, so let me just answer in case someone, how do I put my website up, Jane? Jane, I'm absolutely full today, but if you put your link in underneath the sign up, I will get to it on the next one of these. And if we do have time at the end, I will do it. So just put it into the chat, the link, and if we have time at the end, I'll go and I'll have a look at it, promise. Okay, good to see you here, Jane. Okay, so let's just switch over straight over to the website reviews. So where am I going? I'm going to Chrome, share, and I'm on my Facebook page, but hopefully I missed someone last week. I apologize for that, who was first on the list. Okay, so hopefully now you're seeing this website. So you're seeing a website for LD Images Photography. So I've visited the website. I haven't looked at any of these websites in advance, so just bear with me while I absorb everything. So you have a couple of seconds just to capture your client. And what I'm looking for here is, I'm looking for the connection with the client, and I'm looking, is there a direct call to action? So they're the first 2 tests I'm doing. So just so you know, and depending on where you are in the world, you'll call this a Z or a Z, but the human eye pattern moves in a Z or a Z. So it will scan the top of the website, and we go right across, and we come down straight down the middle, and then we come right across. And we're also looking for what's above the fold, which is important on each device as well. So you know, when you go into a newsagent and there's a newspaper there, like the editors work really, really hard on that key message that's above the fold of the newspaper that you see first, because they're looking for that to connect with their reader. So you're looking for the same with your ideal client. You're looking for your message to connect straight away. In StoryBrand, do you remember we called about the direct call to action? So what I love about this website is there is a direct call to action. Let's talk. And I love the way it's not very corporate-y, because most photographer brands, you know, we're small businesses. So we are the business typically. So what I'm looking for is that language there, does it reflect the brand? Now, if you're doing headshots and your clients are primarily accountants and lawyers, that might be let's connect. But other than that, I like that more informal language. So what I would like to see this direct call to action. I would like that to be up here top right, because this is the prime real estate. The top of the Z or the Z is prime real estate on your website. We don't like to see it cluttered, but I like to see the direct call to action here and the indirect call to action if there's an indirect call to action on the site. LD images photography. Here's another important note. If the name, of your company doesn't get across what you do, you need to add a tagline underneath it. That's what StoryBrand teaches. We haven't done that at 3XM, but that's a whole other argument, and we won't get into that just now. But that's what StoryBrand teaches, is that we have that in underneath there. Okay, so your heart is art. Be as proud of your portraits as you are of your family. Okay, so that's really good. I like it. If it was just your heart as art, I'd be going, it's too clever. But the fact that it's clarified here, then, be as proud of your portraits as you are of your family. So again, I would like that line to be just rephrased a little bit. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but if you think of your client as the hero, if you can just rephrase it, that the client is sort of earlier in the process of that line, and the portraits come at the very end. Lovely to see a phone number in there. You wouldn't believe the number of photographers at websites I see where the phone number is not there. And when you do ring it, it's not answered. So if that's you, please consider it. I get it done, stress-free process. We work with your budget. Okay, you only get one shot. Let's talk. So see the way the direct call to actions follow me down the page. The direct call to action should never be out of sight. So I love the fact that you've done that. Your pride and joy, show them that they matter. Forget the stress. Don't let time pass. So I like this. It's shown me what does failure look like. So failure is if they don't book you. So show them that they matter. Forget the stress, i.e. we'll look after everything, and don't let time pass. And you know what I really love about this? This is really well done. That the main message is in big text. You see that? And then the further details in smaller text. I love that because I'm a scanner. So there's people like me who just scan this, they don't read the detail. And there's other people who like the detail and will delve into every little bit. And if there's a learn more or an expand button here with learn more, where there's more detail, they'll even dive into the detail. Yeah. So you need to cater for both audiences. We're here for you. So here's now some empathy being built. Yeah, so we're here for you. We understand how overwhelming it can be to have your portraits done right. At ALD Images Photography, take pride in being a certified professional photographer. So this is building authority as well. We're a certified photographer. Let's talk, love that. And then the indirect call to action is probably here is to connect with us on social media. Where the magic happens, our process. Love it. Love it. It's interesting that the first website I bring up has a lot of what we teach. I don't know if there was a StoryBrand guide involved here, but you've got this. The only thing I would do here is I would put in a number, because people connect with numbers. So step 1, step 2, step 3. You don't have to have the steps in, but just have a nice 1, 2, 3 built in there. So it's call us, let's talk. There's a design consultation, and then we direct your wall with confidence. Love that. So we've got kind words. So these are us just to see different galleries, different types. And then we're building more authority here with being a certified PPA member and a professional photographer of Southwest Ohio. Contact us, drop us a line. What I'd like to see is this replaced with an online chat. So online chat, some people think they're very expensive. You can actually install Messenger if you can man Messenger, or if you can deal with Messenger. And there's a link on our website. If you go to the 3XM Solution website, click on the blog, there's a post in there with how to install Messenger. It can be done in about 10 minutes. It won't take you very long. Okay. So a bit more time on that one than some of them that we'll spend, but there was a lot of good stuff on that website, so it was no harm to do that. Okay, so let's have a look here. So project 0 photos. Okay, so I can see that there's a photography or something going on there with the word there. That's good. Portrait photographer. So now I'm clear. So I want to see here's the direct call to action. So whether that's let's chat, if you want to get them into a direct sales consultation or book now, wherever that is, I want to see that top right with the indirect call to action. Okay, so we'll allow your cookie policy. So a nice image. I'd like to see a bit of text here that's within the images that show what's your key language you're using to try and connect with that ideal client. So photographs are the most important artifacts one can possess. Okay. Can we translate that in then to the client? So what I'm trying to see here is when we build our elevator pitch in our Ways to Go program that's free for photographers, we talk about the fact that you need 3 levels. So what's the problem that you solve for your client? So what's the problem that they have? How do you solve that problem? And what's the transformation they go through having interacted with your service or your product? So if you can answer those 3 questions, that will inform the key language that you have up here that's going to connect with your ideal client. Okay, so we're building authority here. What I'd like to see here then is the plan. What's the plan? A lot of websites tend to have all the information on different tabs, but if you think that people are scrolling, they want to see all that information in one scroll. So a scroll website with all that information is what's most relevant. Okay, next. I should really be closing these down as I go through them, and that means then I know what I've done. Oh, Wendy, how are you? I think this is Wendy anyway. Yes, it is. So we've 2 things here. Okay, so I'm going to come in here just to the website. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to scroll first. I know Wendy very, very well. Amazing photographer, amazing business model, and a really great client at 3XM. Thank you, Wendy. We appreciate your business. Okay, so what do I want to see? Some changes here. So, and I think, Wendy, you've changed your website a little bit since I was last here. So what I'd like to do is revisit this. You used to have it on your older website, I think, where it was the transformation your client goes through. So if we can capture that. So if we can get that in there, what I'd like to see is this book now button, if that's your direct call to action, to be a different color. So it stands out from the rest. And I understand that your business has changed and you now have the hairdressing service as well as the beautician service as well as the photography service. So I know you're trying to deal with the 3 of those. What I would say is if your advertising is dealing with the photography business, bring them to the page that just talks about photography. Yeah. So I love the fact that there's a book appointment. So I love that. Learn more and look behind the scenes. I would see, can you combine those 2 things? Because they may be the same thing, just dealt with. And that look or learn more might be your indirect call to action. But again, book an appointment, same color button as up here. One day is today. Embrace your unique beauty, get unstuck, feel empowered. Okay, so do you see the way the language is all about the client? Love that. Love that. So, and Wendy's built that. She has a number 1, 2, 3 here. So she's saying there's 3 things. Embrace your unique beauty, because every woman is beauty, both inside and outside. Get unstuck, sit back, relax. You know, we're going to look after you. You don't have to worry about anything. You're just going to relax and have a great time. And at the end of it, you're going to feel empowered when I present those beautiful images to you. Love the use of video. Absolutely bang on the button. A lot of photographers don't use video enough because they see video nearly as something else. But you see the client interacting, smiling. That's what you want, because that's what your client sees. That's not Wendy. That's a client. And of course, she uses the ultimate folio box in the world, but we won't go there just now. Okay, so I scroll down. I invite you to a photo shoot with me to see yourself in a whole new light. Love that. Connecting with the client again. Some examples, don't be held back. We're designed for so much more. Love that. Can you transform in less time than you think? So here's the step then. Tell us about you. so I can build this experience around you. Prepare, relax, enjoy, and feel empowered. So 3 steps. I want to learn more. I feel ready to be empowered and book. So direct call to action, place your booking now, or I want to learn more. That's probably a let's chat step. Imperfection is beauty. You see this image, we have this on display in our boxes, and every time we have it on our trade stand or our booth, the ladies stop to have a look. Yeah, including my wife. She thinks he's amazing. So it started with a promise. Watch your experience and empower portrait with me. Celebrate you. See the way it's all about the client. It's all about the client, and it's implied that we're experts. I love that. Very good, Wendy. Great job. Okay, who's next? Lumosa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Apologies if I'm not. Okay, so what I see here, do you see what I'm saying? I know it's dealt with here, but StoryBrand would teach that you should have a tagline underneath that logo, because I'm not sure what that is. Actor headshots. Now I know exactly. So it's probably fine, the fact that it's here, but if that logo is appearing on its own anywhere and this detail is not, try and figure out a way to connect them. So contact us. Again, I think contact us is a little bit corporate-y. So whatever the next step is, if that is book now, so see you have it here. I would have my book now button up here. I would see what I can move some of these to what we call the drunk drawer. So is there anything in here that can go on the very bottom of the website? Because this is prime real estate. So wherever action you want your client to take, you want it to be there and you want it to be clear. So book now or find out more. Yeah, so that's your indirect call to action. That's let's have a chat. And this is book now. Actor headshots get you noticed. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Straight away, yeah, I'm going, this is about me, the actor. Yeah, so actor headshots to get you noticed. I need to get noticed as an actor. Yeah, so love that. Excellent. Another call to action. Let's call, book now. Actor headshots get you, pay for the images you love. So we're taking away any fear there. Is there an actual step process that I understand the process? So like the testimonials, if you get video testimonials, even better. And just watch for the consistency of the language. So if it's contact us, oh, you do have contact us there, that might be fine for your audience. But if it's, I'm not sure we're actors, which is less formal or not. If you think it's less formal, a lot of people default to contact us. It's nearly like web language, but it's more corporate web language. So just review your brand and see, is that corporate feel correct, or should it be a little bit more friendly? And then I'd like to see the plan, and I get rid of this contact button and replace it with a chat. Oh, you do have a chat, it's just offline right now. Okay, that's fine. If you use Messenger, I think you can program Messenger now where it tells them when you'll be back online and offline, and might save you some money versus whatever you're using there. Okay, next. Okay, I'm purposely seeing these for the first time. I'm just watching my watch because I know we've loads to get through. Okay, so because I'm looking for the first interaction. So amazing imagery, right? Amazing imagery, but there's not enough. The message isn't connecting with me above the fold. Is that is that evident to you? So I want to see this as a scroll website, Janine, please, if you can. So get all that information on one page, not because you're pleasing me, but because you're pleasing your client who's going to be searching on their mobile and they want to scroll through it rather than click on things to go find things. Amazing imagery. I can see you're a fine art portrait. I want a direct call to action to be here, whether that's let's chat or book now, wherever you want them to do. So if it's book now and book online and you're bringing them to an online booking. The other thing I want to see is there's a lot of different imagery going on in here. So this is another thing that we see. So that's fine on your homepage, but you need to tell the whole story as well and have that story branded out as to what the process is. But if you're then directing people with your advertising to the website, we need to bring them to a page that talks specifically about that. So if it's seniors, we need to bring them to seniors. If it's wedding, we need to bring them to weddings. So we need to bring them to that page. There is a connection here on for Facebook and stuff. As I said, amazing imagery. I would just, it's actually language that connects and stirs emotion, not just the image. This could be a video, which is good. But I want to see this page sort of built out in a scroll fashion. I hope that helps. Okay. Olivia, I hope the new baby, oh, she must be 6 or 7 months now, is keeping well, and you're keeping well as well, and everything in New Orleans is good. So what am I seeing here? So see the way Olivia has photography, so there's no questions. If she just had her name there, you mightn't be sure about what the business is. So she's added photography. I know what Olivia is doing here. I'd like to see the direct call to action button again, top right. Again, consider the language on contact. Welcome. A lot of people put welcome on their website. I know they want to be friendly, but people expect you to welcome them anyway, so you actually don't need that language in there. But what I would like to see is the language where you're connecting with your client, and I love the use of video, great. I'd like to see that in instead of the welcome. So again, revisit, what's the problem you solve, how do you solve it, what's the transformation? And if you can use that, the answers to that, to put a line in here, that's what I would prefer to see there. Book a session, so direct call to action, so that button there should be up here top right. Yeah, because that's prime real estate on your website. So hope that has been of some help. Okay, who's next? It's Christine. So Christine, okay, so I like the fact that I know you're in South Carolina, if all of your business comes from that area. Again, direct call to action I'd like up here. I love to use the word investment rather than price. Let's chat is here, so you have it there, so that's your direct call to action. But you see the way it's the same typeface and size and everything as the others, so we need just to make that so it stands out. So when I scan, I see straight away that that's what you want me to do. That's the button you want me to press. Amazing imagery, love your imagery. So again, I'd like some language here, if we can, that connects with the things we talked about before. What's the problem? How do you solve it? And what's the transformation? Hello and welcome. Time is fleeting as a mother of battle. So I like this, that it's you see time as the villain here. If it was a movie script, so you're dealing with that. Time as a villain is going to go really, really fast. You got to take action now. Again, I'd like your direct call to action, which was let's chat. Let's have that button follow me down here. Read our story, view our work, read a blog, book a project. Okay, I prefer you to translate this into not to bring me somewhere else, but instead you started to build empathy here and authority. What I'd like to see here is the plan. So if I book you for a shoot, what's the plan? So again, you've got the testimonial. Video testimonial is better than none. And I have the book now button again. Again, I would move that up here so that it's close to the testimonials. And if you can get video in there, all the better. Hopefully that has helped. Okay, Paul. So Paul is rebuilding his website, and this is a work in progress. So it's not the final website yet, based on I think some webinars he'd seen before. So request a free portrait brochure. So that's his direct call to action. So his sales process is request a free direct, if that's what it is, or I'm not sure if it's let's talk, Paul, but we need to just sort that out as to what's the direct and what's the indirect. That could be the indirect call to action. So you've got your website. I see you're in Cardiff. Shop now, buy yours today. So we just need to make sure that the language is common across all of them, which would be good to see. You're building empathy, love that. Inquire, reviews. So I'd put the reviews, I would continue them down here, Paul. So when you're doing your testimonials, your reviews, put them in there. If you can get some video, all the better. And again, we just need to sort out which is the direct call to action and which is the indirect call to action. We got to build a plan piece in, and I know you're only building this, so we need to build a plan piece in so your client knows what the steps are in the process of interacting with you. If we can get what failure looks like, if they don't book you, what that looks like in there. And then you're already working on the testimonials and the reviews piece, and then the more video we can use in there, the better as well. So great start, and hopefully that helps, Paul. Okay, so let me just move my video out of the way. So Steve, how are you? I hope you're keeping well. I'm not a personal fan of stuff down the side. I much prefer it across the top because, again, of that Z or Z eye line. So I have to go looking for it here because I'm sort of scanning across the top and down the middle and then back across before the bottom of the fold. So the imagery is amazing, but there's no text here connecting with me. And the other thing then is there seems to be a variety of images. So I'm not quite sure whether you are a corporate photographer. Oh, there we are. So here's some examples of my architectural, exteriors, and commercial. So you are a commercial photographer. So I don't want to have to go looking for that. I need that to be evident here. So wherever the transformation is. So let's try and think of one for a commercial photographer. So let's say the problem with the client has is they haven't got photography that shows their premises at its best. You supply a service that delivers that, and the transformation is they book more sales because they've imagery that reflects their product offering and their brand. So if we can take that then and transform it into a 2 or 3 liner that captures that here, I hope that helps. That's just off the top of my head. I haven't done that before, but if you address it in those simple steps, it'll get across. So wonderful imagery, but I don't know what the plan is. I'd like some testimonial to be in here, and they may be on these other tabs, but I'm not going to go looking for it because your client won't. So I hope that's of some help, Steve. And what I love to see is people, you know, they start the process of re-engineering, they bring it back and say, will you review it again now, Ronan? Happy to do that because people learn from that step process as well. Okay, so not a photographer, someone who's servicing the industry. So pro film scans, let us move your film to, I'm trying to remember the gentleman because I know he commented on one of my posts, but I think what they're doing here is a lot of photographers now are revisiting their other negatives, and they're suggesting that you can scan those and resell them to clients. So if you have a library of images like that, I think that's what the service is. So what I would like to see here is if this is geared towards photographers or to photographers, I'd like to see what's the benefit of this. So let us move your film to files. So what? You know, what's the benefit? Can you convert that into a benefit? So I think you commented on the comment, and it was something like, we're helping photographers turn their negatives into profit and cash when it's most needed. So like that's a message that absolutely will connect with photographers right now who are in that position. So capture that up here as the benefit to the photographer of considering your service right now. And then I want to see the plan, the process, testimonials, and all the other stuff we talked about. So I hope that's of some help to you. Today, everlasting photography. Okay, so I'm scanning in my Z or Z formation. So I want to see the direct call to action. Sessions, your experience investing in your art. So I think that may be the steps, but I'm not certain. So I'd like to see the language of the that dealing with that again. What's the problem? How do you solve it? If we're doing family and we're doing maternity and we're doing newborn, we need a different page that deals with those 3 things if you're directing traffic to your website. So it's fine on the homepage. I understand you may need to get across all the things you do, but I still want to see the whole process all the way down, including testimonials and stuff for the business. And then I want you to then have an individual page that deals with each of them. So any traffic you generate to drive to this as a landing page or a website, that you're dealing with that on the one page. So I hope that helps. Okay. Okay. WCF headshots and personal branding. So it's pretty clear what's been done here. Yeah. So the personal branding and headshots, it's clear. What I'd like to see is whatever the direct call to action is to be here. So whether that's book now, or here we are, work with me or get pricing. So they're the call to actions. Love the way Messenger that you've installed on the website, and you can see that it's really personal because Facebook are clever and put my name in because they can see that it's me that's come here. So I love that. Don't settle for a cringe-worthy fake smile. Okay, that absolutely connects with me. Love it. Yeah. Look like a boss with a headshot that rocks. So I'd move that text up closer to underneath here. So I read it too much closer to the line. Work with me, direct call to action, or get pricing. Some people put those in different colors. So wherever your direct call to action is in a different color to the indirect call to action, or vice versa, so that it stands out. It's time your images stand out so your brand can stand out. So I love the language. So again, you're showing me the transformation and the end result. So if I have the right images, then it's going to make my business stand out like that. And so some more examples. So corporate headshots, want to look like a CEO, get pricing. Facial expression coach, get pricing, work with me. How it works, choose your time, take your pictures, buy your favorites. Love it. So there's a process, the numbers in there too. That's what I'm looking for. And here's then the indirect call to action. So this can act as a lead magnet too to get people to your landing page. So the 5 common mistakes entrepreneurs make, love it. And there's a number in there because people associate with numbers quicker than text as well. So using a number in there is excellent. So a lot of good stuff going on there. If we could have a video behind the scenes as well, or your clients on video with their testimonials, that would even add to it. So excellent. Okay, Ginger and Black Photography, how are you? So I can see the logo here. The logo's not standing out for me, but that might be okay. So I scan, so there's a direct call to action, which is a phone and the email, and yet there's a contact button. So whatever your call to action is, if you want them to ring you, well then let's chat and pop up with the phone number. If you want them to email you, then let's chat or give both options, depending. I'd like to see a chat button if you can. So Messenger can be installed really, really easy, and it's not going to cost you anything. Ginger and Black Photography, the pet photography. What's in the name? The idea behind Ginger and Black. Okay, so here's an example of where you're the hero, or that's what I'm getting. You're telling me why you're in business, but it's about you being the hero. I know you've passion for dogs, so I'd like to convert that language a little bit, and let's just read it. The story behind Ginger and Black Photography started after we got our second Cocker Spaniel. She was 6 years old, Sydney and Stanley. Connection behind them, Sydney. Okay, so let me just give an example of how I could change that. So you could change that by saying, we understand the connection between you and your dog because we felt that connection when we got our second Cocker Stanley. Does that make sense? So it's just twisting the language to reflect that the client's the hero rather than you being the hero. And you're connecting with empathy there, and you're also being an authority because you're saying, we know what it's like to be a pet owner of this dog or this type of dog. Find out more, the studio. That's probably going to bring me away to have a look at view the studio. I don't really want to go off the page. I want to be here. Call now. So there's the first direct call to action. So they need to be linked. So the same language, yeah. And you want that call now button to follow you. And the photography is amazing. We just need to just rejig a little bit where everything is. The featured photography, Ginger and Black, learn more, book now. So again, learn more about it. That's good. That's an indirect call to action. And then we've got the book now button. What's included? So what I want to see is the plan. Okay. So good to have vouchers. That's fine. But I'd like to see the plan. And then I'd like to see a little bit more on testimonials with video if you can. And a behind the scenes video somewhere, because the imagery is amazing. But if there was a behind the scenes video showing the story, so a little bit of video and then a bit of fusion to show the build up to the shot, a little bit more of the story. They work really, really well and people love those. Okay. Oh, I'm running out of breath. I'm going to just have a quick drink of water if that's okay, guys. So Weddings by Brona, I hope things are keeping well, Brona, and you're all good. So one thing I'd say is, I know it's on my screen, but some of the text I'm struggling to see reversed out a little bit. So maybe you could reconsider that, just the white text out of the sky. I'm just losing a little bit. I wouldn't know that's Brona, only I know you, Brona. So I was filling in the gaps. My brain was filling in the gaps for someone who didn't know your name would struggle there a little bit. So contact again. be careful that the direct call to action links switcher. So you're all here about fun. And yet contact is corporate. So see, visit that, let's have a chat, or something more informal or more fun. I don't know exactly what the language is, but I think contact is corporate and this is not. Putting fun into fabulous wedding shots, so good. I take natural wedding photography, people who want to capture genuine moments. Are you sick of cheesy photos? Tired of forcing yourself to grin and bear it? If that's you. Okay, so you're clear who your client is. I try and just revisit this language to say what the transformation of your client is by having this fun, fabulous wedding photos. It's a little bit that you're the hero here rather than the client. So try and translate that into how it makes your client feel. So putting fun into fabulous wedding photos, how does that make your client feel? If you can answer that question, that'll help you fill in that line. So we've weddings, info, blog. Again, I'm not a fan of bringing people away to a blog from your homepage. I understand the need for a blog for SEO and all that, but I don't want this page to pull your client away from the action you want them to take next. So if that is to visit your blog, that's fine. But really, you really want them to either engage with you in a sales conversation, pre-shoot consultation conversation, or to enter into your funnel, your marketing funnel, by downloading something, giving you their email address. And in the case of a wedding, the expected date of the wedding. Yeah. So yes, I love that you're building empathy and authority. Find me on Instagram. So that's an indirect call to action to join me on Instagram. And I'd like to see the plan there, Brona. What's the plan? So it's probably, there might be an engagement shoot, which is part of the pre-shoot consultation, and you go on to the wedding. Your indirect call to action here can be, the seven part. This might be posing, because I think you're indicating that you're not going to get into a lot of posing here, but the 7 key elements of a fun wedding photo or something like that, or a fun, or the 7 essential ingredients to your wedding photos displaying fun, or whatever. That language is not right, I've seen it for the first time, but yeah, hopefully you get what I'm getting at. Okay, so this is 3XM's website, so I'm showing this not to say that we're doing everything right, but even to point out things that are doing wrong from a story brand perspective. So story brand would say that because the 3XM logo doesn't say what we do, we should have a tagline underneath it to say what we do. We have decided not to do that for now, but that's what they would say would be wrong if a story of brand, another story of brand guide was looking at this. They'd pick up on that. You can see the thing we want you to do is look at our products. That's our key thing, and you can see it's a different color and it stands out there. We've changed our language on the middle page because of where we are. So photographers can survive this crisis and will thrive again, because we know that no business is thriving right now. Ours certainly isn't, and there's very few photographers who are thriving right now, but we can survive it and we can thrive, and we're here to help you with that. So we've changed this indirect call to action now to be I want to survive and thrive. That links off to 3XM Insiders, which is our closed group, where we have photographers with the whole business size and get through this, and the think tanks linked to that as well. Interested in our products, so we've moved this now to be the direct call to action, because we don't think many people are in the mindset or the need right now to buy product. So we've changed a direct call to action from the products to I want to survive and thrive. We're here to help you through this. So it's our support, join our Facebook group. So that's now the direct call to action here. If you are interested in product and you want to, here's what some of our clients and the success they've had. And your art deserves to be seen, and we talked about that. And here's now, buy now, which is our normal direct call to action, and take the quiz, which is normally our indirect call to action. And our take the quiz is designed where you answer some questions and we suggest some product that photographers that are similar to you around the world are having success with their product. And we're always here for you. It's part of our brand. Again, you see the buttons, the direct call to action, indirect call to action, follow me down the page, they're never that far away, take the quiz or go straight to buy. And here's the plan, how it works. Choose your product, ship to it within 12 days, satisfaction guaranteed. Again, direct call to action, indirect call to action. Again, find the right product for you, some testimonial in text and picture and video testimonial, why you should deal with 3XM. And then we're here to help you. This is normally our tagline up above. So we turn your passion into profit. That's everything we do is centered around that, helping you as a photographer turn your passion into more profit. Okay. LD images, we've already done that. I must have clicked on the link twice. So depiction portraits, how are we doing on time? Okay, 15 minutes left. We'll get these done. Okay, so logo here, depiction portraits. So I know you're a photographer or an artist, which is great. Start here, portfolio information. I'm not sure where that start button is going to bring me. I'm not going to press it because I want to scroll the website. Welcome, we talked about welcome already, that we assume it. So what I want to see here is the transformation and the problem you solve, how you solve the transformation. Answer those 3 questions and come up with a 1-liner or 2-liner that can appear here. Depiction portrait Brianna is Frederick, Maryland, and assuming area professional photographer. Her style is clean artistic. She gives simple, clear direction. Bring out your best with newborn clients. Okay, so I want to see more this, Diana, towards your client rather than you. So if you can just rephrase that language towards your client. So here's an example now of there's various different types of photography being done, which is fine. So find out more about each session experience offers. Newborns, so you're dealing with each one individually. Okay, I haven't seen this before, which is dealing with one on the same page. I like this actually. So newborns. So Diana makes you feel at ease when she's working. So there's a testimonial, portfolio FAQ, learn more. So I would suggest if I click on this, that Diana will bring me to a page that talks just about newborn. And then there's maternity, and again, she gives some overview. And if you bring here, learn more, it'll bring me to a page that goes into that in detail. So that's quite a clever way, Diana, of dealing with it. Let me just, I'm going to test. I want to see, is this fully StoryBrand when I go here? Okay. The process, how it works. The best part of your custom portrait experience is to reveal as a photo artist. I promise your portraits will add aesthetic to your space, how it works. Contact. Okay, so this page leaves a little bit more work. So I want you to capture some of the ideas you have on your home page. So if you have a specific page that talks about a particular genre, it needs to identify all the things. It needs to have language that connects. You have to show me the problem, how you solve it, what's the transformation. I want to see testimonials there. I want to see the plan for that particular genre. So effectively, the whole process has to go on every page, yeah? And when you bring me there, so if I'm on wedding, you're talking to me in language that's going to connect with the wedding. And once you've those pages built, they can act as the landing page then for your direct marketing. So when I come here, I don't have to go looking for your information. You're not going to bring me to the homepage. You're going to bring me to the page that talks about that. So if you're promoting weddings, you're going to bring me to the wedding page. And if you're talking about newborns, you're going to bring me to the newborn page. So I hope that helps. Evie, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Evie Carell Photography. So I can see that you're a photographer because you've got it in your name. I want to see direct call to action up here. Oh, I can see multi-language. Okay. Okay. So if you were targeting somebody who's got English, you'd bring them straight to the English. So again, the photography here, contact, beautiful imagery, but I'd like to see the direct call to action up here. And some of this then can disappear into the junk drawer. And we want direct call to action, indirect call to action. So the direct call to action here is connect with me on Facebook. If that's what you want them to do, that's fine, but just make it a different color. Again, you want some text here that reflects that transformation your client goes through, have it engage in your process or the problem you solve with the direct call to action, wherever that is. So to contact you or let's chat. Children grow fast, make sure you capture these precious moments. So you're playing here, here's the failure. So it's implied here that if you don't capture them, you're going to lose those precious moments forever. So I like that. Let's create your story together. Photography is about capturing souls, our authentic selves. Something more powerful and beautiful than motherhood. Make it stand out. So the testimonials are there. Again, we're trying to do all it on one page. So we talked about that earlier about having it contact. So again, just consider the language. Like to see online chat there too. So a few things to do on the website, but it's the imagery is amazing. But we got to get our words as amazing as your imagery is, if that makes sense. Okay, Jenna. Okay, book a consult. Join our VIP list. Ooh, what's a VIP list? Do you see the reaction? What's a VIP list? So book a consult. So let's have a chat or join our VIP. Like, I'm really curious about that. I haven't seen that before as a direct. I'm not sure if it's an indirect or direct call to action. But the best senior portrait experience from planning our outfits to choosing the right wallpaper. We're here from you. Okay. The best senior portrait experience from planning our, okay, so who's the hero? So here you're the hero, I think, Jenna. So it's good, but if you could rephrase the language to convert that into language that talks about the difference that makes to your client, if that makes sense. Book your consult. So I love the way that follows me down the page. Have you ever been frustrated by it? Okay, so here's failure. So I love this. So being treated like a number, a photographer doesn't connect with you. So not only here are you showing failure for your client if they make the wrong decision, but you're also suggesting that you're aware of all these and your brand is above that. So I actually like that. Plan style creative images like this don't just happen. Okay. Here, you expect a fun, personalized experience. So here now, Jenna is building authority and empathy and saying, I know what it's like. I'm a parent myself, which I like. Book your consult. How it works, excellent. Plan your session. Smile for the camera. Choose your favorites. Love that. Book your consult to get started. So I love the way the plan is there. What'll be really cool is if these turned into videos that I could just click on and they played without opening up another screen. And explain the process if I do want to learn a bit more. Be really cool. Senior year is tough. It's an emotional roller coaster. Okay, we're here for you. Top 10 portrait guide ideas. Love this. So download our top 10 portrait ideas. So this is the indirect call to action. So this can be up here beside my direct call to action too, or my direct call to action does. So my indirect and direct can sit side by side as I scroll down the page. Portfolio reviews, blogs, senior sessions, studio headshots, professional photographers. This is for you. So there must be a training piece going on there too, which is probably what that's for. So hopefully that's of some help, Jenna. Okay, David. Hope you're keeping well, David. So see the logo here. So again, direct call to action. We've talked about the contact button. I won't talk about that again. Beautiful photography for families looking for a stress-free, memorable experience. Beautiful photography for families looking for a stress-free, memorable experience. So what I'd like you to revisit that, David, and then say, what does that result in? And try and get that into this line. So the beautiful photography for families at the beginning suggests that you're the hero. So I'm not saying it's wrong. It just don't put it first because people see the first few words and then they extrapolate out in their own minds what's been said. So just try and think about that. Hi, I'm David. So Lincolnshire. My photos are fun, relaxed fun. I mainly work on location. Okay. If you look, okay. So again, translate these details into your client and they can go into the plan. So again, I'd like to see some testimonials here. I'd like to see what the plan is. And I know the plan may vary depending on these. So if they do, when I click through here, I want that whole process on that page. So I hope that helps. Okay, Anne. So you're in Virginia. She's a photographer. I can see that. I'm looking here as you want to bring me to your blog, which I presume is not where you want to bring me first. So I'd like that to be the direct call to action. I love the way that your website has been updated to reflect the current situation that a lot of us are in. That's important because it shows that you're on top of your game. What I'd like to see here then, so you're building some authority here. This website I'd like to see expand out to deal with all the other stuff we've talked about. So the testimonials, the plan, and all those other pieces. So I don't have to go clicking to find out about you. I need you to build empathy and authority on this homepage. Excellent. I hope that helps, Anne. We've done that one before. Okay, so Ashley Lodge Photography. The class of 20, I'm so apologize for never being at your senior year is ending. Your accomplishment should not go without celebration. You've worked so hard to get to this point. So again, I think Ashley, she is showing empathy here that schools and closed down. You probably can't get your photos done right now, but we can solve that in the future. To schedule your turn photo shoot, message or call me. So that's the direct call to action. So I'd like to have that top right here. And you could get some language in there to reflect, you know, we know you're disappointed, but let's still talk, or let's still have a chat. Yeah, if that's your direct call to action. And then we get into the prompts. So again, I want to see the plan. I want to see some testimonials in there. So all those key elements have to be on the one page as I scroll. So I hope that's helped, Ashley. Okay, so I want to show you Business Success Academy's website. So again, we've put a lot of elements in here. So we're actually not using online chat in Business Success Academy, but we are using Messenger. And we've managed to link that Messenger straight into our CRM system. So build a thriving business. So that's clear, it's about you. Learn the marketing, sales, and business skills you need to transform your business into a profitable money-making machine. Join now, free lead gen blue strategy. So the join now is the direct call to action, which matches up here. And the lead gen strategy blueprint is where you give your email address to get that blueprint. Have a great product and service is not enough. 1/3 of the business failed in the first 50 years. So we're showing you what failure looks like. Feeling overwhelmed and lacking confidence in your marketing sales, it may not be your fault. The school system fails us, no self-belief, imposter syndrome. It's not fair to feel stressed about pursuing your passions. We felt that pain, but fear not. We've helped hundreds of small businesses generate qualified leads for their business, increase their profitability, increase their sales, improve their marketing branding, increase demand for join now. It's a direct call to action. It's this easy. You choose a course. Now we should have the numbers in here. Do you remember the numbers I talked about? So here we failed to do that. So it should be step 1, 2, 3. So choose a course, learn to implement, become a successful business owner. So this is a key thing that your third or fourth step, no more than 4, but can deal with the transformation. So what is the transformation your client has having engaged with your service? We help you quickly and easily. What our clients are saying. So there's our testimony. We'd love some video testimony in there if we could. Here's then the indirect call to action. Avoid failure, road to success. So here's failure, here's success. Browse our courses, join now. So direct call to action. So that's pretty good. I'd like to see some more video other than the video that's in here. But that video will connect because our clients are primarily photographers, which is good. If we were connecting with realtors or some other business line, we would have that video that reflects that and have a separate landing page. Okay, so just show you that, just so you can get there. If I click through on that button, I just wanted to show you what a funnel is like because we don't have time to go through full funnels tonight because our time is nearly up. So here's and this helps me then mention the Business Success Academy and what we're doing right now for people. So we have made the Business Success Academy the full course that's normally $999, access to that along with help to implement your funnel. So why are we doing this? We're doing this because we want you to use the time now to fill your funnel with leads that when you open again, you're ready to fast track out of this recession. So in here, we give you the course that helps you do that, but we also have the help in our membership group. And this is normally $99 a month. We've made it available for $9.99. And we've also said, give you the option after the first month, if you choose to stay with us, and you don't have to, you can cancel at any time, that we've made it available to you at a lifetime price of $49 a month. So here's the key elements. So when I click through here, here's Consistently Fill Your Studio with higher paying clients by taking direct control of your marketing. So we've identified that the photographers who have success control their own marketing and generate their own leads. And we're going to help you with that. Here's a video that explains how it works. Yeah. Here's the membership details. This is what you get. Here's the limited free time bonuses. Use the power of Facebook ads and funnels to make sure you have a consistent stream of new clients. So here's the benefits. Here's the steps. Avail of our COVID-19 special, model the mentors. So we've mentors to help you through the process. And here's the transformation, having gone through it. Access for $9.99 today. What other photographers have said who've gone through the process. And here we're building empathy and showing our authority and our expertise to build this. So we have the people here. So Brad is the photographer who's implemented funnels. Jonathan spends over $1,000 a day on Facebook generating business for other businesses, and he doesn't get paid unless he actually delivers. So if there's no fall at the end of it, he doesn't get paid. And then there's myself, and you know who, those of you who are online know who I am, which is fine. And it just walks you through a proper funnel then as to what the next steps are and through that. So if that's of interest to you, go to the Business Success Academy page, follow the link through, and come in and join us, and we'd be happy to help you. So we're at the stage now where on Wednesday's webinar, within there, you have to be a member to see that. We're actually starting to set up your business manager and get you ready that the following week, you'll be actually implementing your first funnel, as well as having access to the course that shows the most complex funnel that you can build, but can absolutely fill that top of funnel requirement. Okay, so I'm finished talking about them. Let's go back to the webinar. I'll go back to this page, and I want to stop the share, and I want to see what questions we have. Okay, let me put on my glasses. How do I put my website? Okay, okay, Jane. What time are we? Okay, we've 1 minute. We're 1 minute over, but I'm going to have a quick look for you. Okay. I promised I would, so let's do it. So Jane, Direct Photography. I know you're a photographer, Jane. That's great. Just revisit the size of this logo. It could be built for mobile, but it hasn't expanded well on desktop. So direct call to action, need to have that. Consider the language contact. We talked about that already. Pure innocence of your newborns, angelic of your pregnancy. Okay, try translate that into the transformation for your client. So I can see you're doing different things here. So I'm going to click through on one of these just to see. Let's go have a look at the weddings one. Okay. So Jane, I want to see some language here. So the image is beautiful, but we need to see what the transformation is for your client or what the problem they have. And we want to see the full steps down then as to testimonials, building authority and empathy, you as the guide, they as the hero. We want to see what the plan is, so what the process is. And I want to see all that mapped out for every single genre. So I hope that helps. Okay. Where are we? Let's go back here and let's just see, is there any chats? There's no chats. Okay, so I hope that's helped you today. If you have any stage, if you're rebuilding your website, it's a good time to do it now, or rebuilding your landing page, please share it when we're on the next one, and we'll just see that progression. So I'm happy here to help. I'm here to help you get your website right. In Business Success Academy, we're here to help you build your marketing funnel and get that right. So if you are interested in that, I'll post a link on both the 3XM Insiders page, and I'll post it in the think tank underneath the live video that I put in earlier to say that we were doing this. So thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow, just to let you know what's coming up in the think tank. So tomorrow we have Carol Nichols, and Carol is talking about the mindset required to get through this process and to have some joy out of it and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. Really important right now, I think it's evident to us that diversity of income is important. So we hear all the time about diversity of investments and making sure they're placed. Now might be a good time to think, well, what would happen if I did an income source somewhere else? And Sarah Smith, wonderful photographer, has got various high-level jobs through the industry as well. And she's going to talk about that. On Thursday, we have Steve Sopriato being interviewed by Mary Fitz-Taylor. So all things marketing will be a wonderful one. We haven't finalized Friday yet because there's a couple of people just confirming times and stuff, but we will have one on Friday as well. And then, of course, we'll be bringing these webinars to you the following week as well. So join us every day. If you haven't yet, you can see the link through Texas School are doing their event. So have a look at the Texas School. And finally, if you're around tomorrow, Damien McKillicuddy and I have been working on putting together a charity initiative for UK-based photographers to help support our NHS heroes. So if you want to know more about Photography Without Frontiers, again, I'll post a link in here, but there'll also be an email going out to you, and I put a post into the Facebook groups tomorrow. We have a meeting tomorrow at 4 p.m. GMT to talk through what that looks like, what it's about. And, you know, it's good for us in our communities right now to be leaders within our community, to show that we're there for our community, to show that we're supporting our NHS heroes. And we are going to help you to implement a charity initiative in your location to support our NHS heroes. And that will help position your brand too within your community, that you will be the photographer in your community that bounces quickest out of this. So that would be a side benefit of that. That's not the main reason you're doing it. The main reason is to be a giver first and support our NHS heroes. So that's it for tonight, for this afternoon, for this morning, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you during the rest of the week. Bye for now.